VCR, DJ, artiste, producer and slaughterer of goats. When I'm allowed to. Album's been done for years and years and years. It's been, you know, it's nothing new, and the idea of maybe recording something live and also combining it with live keyboards and just making it a step beyond, so it's evolved a bit, I think seems to be hitting a chord with people. There's a guy called Nine Lives the Cat who sort of hosted it, stroke MC'd. He's not really known as an MC, he's more of a vocalist, but we wanted someone just to react with the crowd and stuff, but we didn't want sort of loads and loads of vocals, because in breaks that can be a bit of a turn off. So that was really just him and me using a mixture of a laptop, keyboard, couple of bit of turntables and CDJs. IDJ is one of the 20 best live bands, dance bands, and we've never rehearsed actually, which because there's really good people doing it, but there's real possibilities with that. You know, we did a pretty big festival in Spain a couple of weeks ago, and when it works, it's really, you know, it takes it somewhere else, because I think people really like to see people doing electronic stuff live, you know, so you've got serious kick-ass dance stuff going on, but it's being produced in front of your eyes. Yeah, there's less visual things to look at with DJs now, because whereas it used to be turntables and maybe someone scratching and whatever, now it's CDJs or laptops, and I think there's less to get clubbers' interest, which is why a lot of people are getting interested in the whole live thing. So I think what I'm doing now is kind of a hybrid between live and DJing, really, and I think that's the way it's got to go to keep things interesting. I've spent half my life mucking around with keyboards, so the idea of being able to bring that out in a club I'm far more comfortable with than I've always been slightly uncomfortable with just putting on other people's records. It's always been a bit odd where people go, "Oh, you're amazing," when you've played someone else's tune, you know, and the whole, when you see people fated as superstar DJs because they've played 20 huge tracks. So I like the fact that you can put your own stamp on it. playing your own stuff, then you would be maybe playing keyboard lines and stuff like that you've learned, that you've missed out of your track, so that you're playing that role. But if you're playing, say, like a DJ set in a hybrid, then for me, yeah, I'll be going through finding noises and playing them over tunes and riffs and stuff and experimenting. So I think the idea is, I think now people, I think it should be, you should go to a club and hear someone do a set that you would never hear again, and you'd never hear anyone else do anything like it as well, you know, because of the mixture of what you could prepare musically and what you're playing. The worst thing you could do is turn up with a laptop, have your set pre-done and press play, and then what do you do for the next 2 hours? You know, you might as well go to the bar and have a drink. So I think if you don't have, yeah, imagine a band, like a proper live band, where they're just all creating that music. There's huge margin for error, but then that's why it's so exciting. Obviously now you've got DJs who call themselves producers or artists, whereas they're not actually musical or musicians, so you could give them a keyboard and they can't play. So although it is a natural thing, it will probably make the more musical producer, or the people who are music based, who've spent the time to learn instruments, will come to the fore. You know, because there are a lot of DJs who might be great DJs, but they say they're artists and they're not artists. You know, it's like you couldn't say you're a surgeon and perform heart surgery if you don't actually do it yourself. But whereas in this game you do get that with people. I'm not sure whether it's valid to do an artist album now, unfortunately, because I think the way things are changing, as in obviously not so many people are buying CDs anymore, and you spend a year and a half doing 15 brand new tunes, and if you sell them as downloads, then the public can just cherry pick the tracks they like, and so there's a real danger that you could spend a lot of time doing a big body of work, but only some of it is the stuff that people want to instantly download. So I think I'm probably going to do a series of almost like mini albums, where it's maybe, instead of you doing an hour of music, you do like half an hour, you know, 5 or 6 tracks, and you try and get people to buy all of them rather than just choose 2 and then move on.